Got something to do. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Friday Sprints. Apologies for the delay. Technical difficulties. We've all been there. We know the drill. So happy Friday, everybody. Thank you so much for joining. Let us know, what are you guys reading? Let's start with us. Lee, what are you reading tonight?
I'm going to be reading Hellbent by Leigh Bardugo. Still reading this one. I have 142 pages left to go.
You can do it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. The problem is I've been doing a lot of buddy reads, but we either read halfway and then DNF, or she lost the library hold, so now she has to get to the back of the line, or our books aren't coming in at the same time, so I'm halfway through a lot of books. But, so at some point I'll be like, I got 8 books done this week because I have to catch up on all of them.
Exactly.
Well, that's like me being like a multi-reader. It's like one week I may read like 2 or 3, but I have a whole bunch going, and then the next week I've read 8.
Right.
So not because I read 8 like in this week, but I read like half of a whole bunch of books.
You finished them all at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so if I feel like I need to listen to something, I still have Last Party. I'm about halfway through it, so I'm getting there. I'm not quite sure what I think of it because I don't know, the DC Morgan that's supposed to be like one of the main characters. I just don't know if I like her moral character yet. She's done a few things that I'm like, I don't know. So I think that's probably, and it just feels long, and it feels like I've been listening to it forever, but I'm not getting anywhere. And so I get like bored of listening, so then I have to move to something else.
Nice.
But it's still okay, but I'm kind of curious.
You're not loving it.
I want to know who killed the person, but at the same time, it's like. And I'm still working on the Scottish Ladies Detective Agency, so I'd like to get that. I finally got to the 50% mark on that one, so I feel like once I get 50%, I feel like I'm on a downhill slide, and then it's a lot easier once I get them.
Yes.
And then I've got Discovery, which is over here too, in case I want to read on that.
What about you, Sarah?
I'm reading all the things. Because why the hell not? Got my new little chair I'm sitting in here with all my stuff. Low Country Hero, Lee Tobin McLean, not quite halfway through this one, but it's really good. This is a difficult read because it does deal with spousal abuse. So it's one that I find I'm not being able to fly through it real quick because it's depressing, let's be honest. Bombshell by Sarah MacLean, which is so good. So it's the first in the series about 4 women who are like avenging the upper class. Like there's like a Viscount who's a dick to his wife. So they're like going after him to do, you know what I mean? And I'm like, I kind of love that. So, and then I did put the poll up on my Instagram. And even though it's only been like 6 hours, I went ahead and I'm going to start Peanut Butter Panic tonight.
Nice.
Because why not? I was looking at the poll. I'm like, well, it's almost double for this book. So I'm just going to go with it because I went to the library today with the sole fact I'm only taking back books. I was not doing anything else. And I was left to my own devices and borrowed 6 more books because why not?
Yeah, I took back some books too, and then I came back with like a whole.
Yeah. I'm like, but they're free.
Right. It's hard to say no then.
If you don't get to them, you can always just take them back and get them.
Or renew them.
Or renew them or whatever. So yeah.
Because the Peanut Butter Panic, I looked and the library said it was on the shelf. So it was in like the mystery paperback. So I'm looking and I can't find it. I'm like, somebody's moved it, right? So I was going through all the mystery paperbacks, kind of looking for it. Then I got to the end cap and it was like hidden behind 2 other books. I'm like, what the hell is this? Yoink.
That's funny.
Look, I can participate in People April. I got these 2 little kids books.
Oh, fun. Oh, those will be quick reads.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was like, who has time for like a
long biography of somebody?
Right. And just get to the main points.
There you go.
Somewhere along the line, my mom always told me that I was kin to Daniel Boone, so I thought,
interesting.
Nice.
Well, there you go. You're reading a family story.
Yeah, well, there you go. Yes, I see how my family's doing.
Let's get into some comments. PK, hi PK, TGIF, yucky week. So glad to reward myself with sprints. Listening in on the drive home. Sarah, hope you had a good day off today. And I'll update what I'm reading when I join for real. Takes safe driving.
Yes.
Cajun, hi everyone. Reading Murder Plain and Simple, Amish Quilt Shop #1. Excellent. Yay for all the Amish books. Jessica Ann, hello everyone. While you are talking, I'll be finishing my homework. Then I'll be finishing The Handmaid's Tale tonight. Awesome. Alicia, hi Alicia. Hello everyone. Continuing to read her Amish Country Valentine. Hoping to complete tonight. Really enjoying. Oh, good. That's on my list. Wait to that one. Hello Anita. Hi everyone. I'm reading Dead Man Don't Decorate by Cordy Abbott. Excellent. Cav, hi everyone. I'm listening to Booked to Death by Victoria Gilbert. I read that one. Cajun, I'll be interested to see what you think. I keep eyeing it, but haven't decided if I want to try it or not. So yeah, let us know what you think, Anita. Nadine, hi everyone. I'll be reading A Trick of the Light, #7 in the Amon Gamache by Louise Penny. Oh, she says it's good so far. Excellent. Sarah posts on the Discord, slight delay. Yes. Thank you. Hello, everyone. I'm reading Through a Glass Deadly by Sarah Atwell. Interesting. I've not heard of that one. Hey, Danielle. Oops. Thanks. Hope it stays that way. Hi, Barbara.
Hello.
Hello, Crystal. Welcome, welcome. No, we are live. Well, we're live now. So. Hi, everyone. I'm still reading the Lonely Hearts Book Club. I'm really enjoying it. Excellent. Fuss Free Book Gal. The Bromance Book Club. I approve for me tonight. Yay. Scorpio Rising. Hi, everyone. I'm reading As Good as Dead by Holly Jackson. That's that Girl's Guide to Murder. Is that right?
Yeah, it's.
I believe so.
My niece read them and she really liked them.
I think that's the last one, maybe out of the three. I liked it up until that last one, the third one, and I didn't. I didn't like where they took the character. So it's one of those things where you're either gonna like it or you're not. I think, and so yeah.
Katie said to me, she said, Sarah, I'll loan it to you if you want to borrow it. I'm like, thanks, sweetheart, but I don't know when I'm going to get to it. You might be in college by then.
It's really good on audio because it is like podcasty type stuff.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. I'll have to try that out. Emily, hi. I'm working on Part of Your World before I read Yours Truly by Abby. I always say the last name wrong. Is it Jimenez? Jimenez. Thank you. Thank you.
Yep.
I love the Bromance Book Club series. Team Russian. I agree, Nadine. Russian is my favorite.
I'm going to break down and try that series one of these days.
I will be honest and say the first one was my least favorite of the entire series. It's one of those where get through the first, but I would almost tell you skip the first. But you're a series reader, so I can't tell you that. Hi, Karen. Tonight I'm reading Stardock by S.L. Villy, a space opera.
Nice.
Interesting. So good. Crystal, I am reading The Fiery Cross by Diana Gabaldon. You're like, what is that, book 4 or 5 in Outlander? Well done. Yes, love Val. Yes. Karen, hi Sarah, hi Lee, hi Storm, hi everyone. Hello. Barbara, I took your advice and read The Ladies of the Club 30 minutes a day. I'm on page 128 and the crowd goes wild. Well done, Barbara.
Yay, all right.
Nice.
Well done. Danielle, I was able to get my old Kindle keyboard working well again earlier this week. I had forgotten how much I like the page turn buttons. I'm having fun loading books back into it again. Oh, that's fantastic. Yep, at 50% point, really flies after that. It's true. Barbara, are you liking it better this time? Hello, Kelly. Welcome.
Hello.
Another minute or so, then I'm going to jump into sprints because I've got dinner coming. Stina, currently reading When Chocolate Is Not Enough by Nina Harrington, a category romance book. Ooh, I have. Is that a Harlequin romance? I think from the author. I like the title. Pat, good evening, everyone. I finished reading 3 novellas by Linda Castillo and Hearse and Buggy by Laura Bradford. Tonight I'm going to start Set Up in the City by B.J. Daniels. Wonderful. Oh, you're rocking it for Amish in April, aren't you? Rocky Mountain. Hi, everyone. I'm currently reading Sprinkle with Murder by Jen McKinley. I'm at 75%.
Nice.
Fantastic. And Barb says it is getting better. Good. And Pat says, don't forget the thumbs up. Thank you, Pat. Melissa, hi, everyone. I'm listening to Up to No Gouda by Linda Riley.
Nice.
That's a favorite of Tiffany's, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Tiffany's not here because she had other things to do tonight. So we'll forgive her for that. I am going to jump into some sprints. So top of the hour, does that work for you, Liz?
Perfect.
Okay. Excellent. Let me just get the cat set up here. Let's do this. Whoops, come on. We're keeping you awake there, Lee.
I might need to make a coffee. I'm serious right now.
I had a couple days off and I was taking a nap between 5 to 7 every night. I'm like, oh, I missed my nap today.
Come on. There it goes. All right, guys. Happy reading.
Happy reading.
How did we all do?
Good. I was waiting for a cat to meow, and you had your headphones on, I guess. So I didn't
That's right. I was looking up. I was like, okay, I guess not.
Oh, it didn't. You guys didn't hear it because I heard it.
know.
Weird.
No,
Okay, it must be computer issues.
that's all good.
It's a thing.
I did pretty good. I got 24 pages done.
Nice. How about you, Storm?
I wasn't quite 50% in this like I thought it was. I like 48%, so I got from there to 52%. So not too bad.
Awesome. And I ate my dinner, and I got a chapter into Peanut Butter Panic.
What did you
So-
have to eat?
Pizza.
Pizza.
Nice.
Yum. Pizza Hut.
Pizza.
Do you guys order like the same kind of pizza all the time, or do you change it up?
No, I usually order the same every time. It's the Supreme. It's what I've been having since I was a kid, so it's my favorite.
I love the Supreme too.
Yeah, just something about it. I don't know what.
I'm a same kind of pizza person too. Like I always order just a mushroom and Canadian bacon and extra cheese.
Canadian. I love that Canadian bacon.
Is that not a big thing for you guys, Canadian bacon, or it is?
We call it female bacon.
What kind of bacon?
What?
Female bacon.
Female? Okay.
So it's
A
got
lot
like
of the
coating
pizza
on it?
places now have gone to just saying ham, but I'm used to Canadian bacon. So.
Yeah. It's from very polite pigs. Where were we? Hey, Kevin. Hi, ladies. I'm reading A House with Good Bones by T. Kingfisher. I believe that's a horror novel, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe so.
Crystal's on book 5. Excellent. Emily disagrees with me. Loved the first one and the Russians book. Yes. Fair enough. My personal opinion, I just thought the argument was stupid. As a married person, I thought the argument was stupid. It's a modern tempted book, Mills and Boone. Okay, so it's probably a presents maybe on our side of the pond. Excellent. Thank you for
that one that I looked up, the chocolate one. Is that what she's talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, it says Harlequin romance.
Oh, it is a romance. Okay, so that's what I thought. Cajun, if I took a nap that late in the afternoon, I'd be up 2 to 3 and grumpy the next day. I'm jealous of people who can do that.
I can't do that. That's the problem. I was at work all day, like, okay,
Yeah.
okay, you know.
Is it
Yeah,
nap
no.
time yet?
Yeah, I can't do that. Just like my sister can drink a cup of coffee right before she goes to bed. I'm like, I can't.
Annie, hi all. I was just wishing there were sprints tonight. I forgot it was Friday. I'm reading A Scone to Die For by H.Y. Hannah. Excellent. Hello, Roxy. Popping in to say hello and happy Friday. I finished Flicker in the Dark earlier today, so I'm in between books right now, hoping to find my next read soon. Do you need suggestions? Sorry I'm late. Never late. I'm reading a graphic novel called Constantine Disordered Illusions and Playing Disney Dreamlight. Oh, that sounds fun. Susan, hi everyone. Got here a bit late this evening. I'm reading Peanut Butter Panic by Amanda Flowers, number 7 in the Amish Candy Shop. How far are you, Susan? I'm a chapter in. I just started it. Kelly, I'm reading A Christmas Affair by Adriana Bird. It's a Kamani romance. Oh, exciting. Excellent. Kelly, I'm okay. Blah, blah, blah. Jessica, 22 pages read and 24 to go. You can do it. Nina got 30%. She'll be right back. Alicia said she'll finish it soon. 87% of it sprinkled with murder. I didn't count pages, but I read, and that's all that matters. Absolutely, Emily. I agree. 46% Cajun. Great job. 214 of the Fiery Cross. You've got a long way to go, Crystal. Scorpio Rising read 25 pages. Speaking of the Diana Gabaldon books, did you guys see that they're doing this like booktube at war thing in July where it's like to read war fiction or nonfiction? And
Yeah.
I thought, I could read the next Outlander book for that.
I need to. Yeah, before I forget what happened in the first book, I need to get on the second book. Or I'll be
Could go
like,
and read Dragonfly and Amber, so we could read that in July if you wanted, Storm.
hey, there we go.
There we go. And then, of course, I'm thinking about all these like historical fiction books that are set in like World War I or World War II, and I'm like, ooh, these would be good.
There's a lot of them. A lot of
I'm
them.
Yeah.
like, can we read books that were after the war? I don't like war books that much. I'm not.
I'm with you.
The series that I'm reading, the Verity Kent series, it's set after World War One, so it happened. So it's kind of like the aftermath of like war
Okay.
and stuff. So
Okay. Okay. Well, if anyone's participating in it and they want a romance, Diary of a War Bride by Laurie Robinson takes place during World War II in England, and it's fantastic. Just my little shout out. I always shout that book out. Hi, Cheryl. Hi, everyone. Just got home from work. Excellent. Jesse, hi, everyone. I finished Fatal Floss by AFC Bookends this sprint, so do not know what I will be reading next. Keep us updated.
they're doing like June on the Range and stuff again, or whatever it is, like the westerns. And so I like commented on Michael K. Vaughn's and his little short that he had, and I'm like,
Yeah.
do you have like a beginner's guide to westerns? Like, what are some of the better, like, to start with or whatever? I said, because I could attempt a western. I've never read an actual western, but I've watched westerns with my dad and stuff, but reading them is a little bit different. So I'm like, I don't know if I'd like it. So I never have. And he's like, I haven't, but that would be a good topic for June. So I'm like, there you go. I gave you a video idea.
There you go.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people say Lonesome Dove, but I'm like, that's a chunky one to start with.
Yeah. I just want one of those little skinny ones that I can get through.
Yeah, at the thrift store or whatever, you know?
Yeah, like Louis L'Amour or whatever, you know. But it's like, but do you start with him, or is there something easier to start with? So that's why I was like, where do you start?
I just go with cowboy romances and call it a day.
There you go.
I will probably do that too. But I
Mhm.
thought, well, I could attempt an actual western.
An actual Western, yeah. I know my grandfather used to love to read them.
My grandpa did too.
It's a grandpa thing.
Well,
I
and
have
my
a
dad was like,
stack of Macy Yates books over there about a range, so that might be an option.
Dad made me get him some Louis L'Amour books because he's like, I want to try to read. He doesn't read, okay, and he just can't. His mind doesn't. He just can't do it. He can't focus.
Sure.
And I said, so how are those books doing sitting there collecting dust? Because that's what they were. I mean, they were very dusty and everything. And he's like, I tried, but he'd get like a paragraph and then his mind would wander and he'd have to read the paragraph over again. He's just not a reader. Unless it's like a comic book or something that he can read it.
That's fair. That's fair.
Well, my
Yeah, I
sister,
saw-
she just finished her 4th book, but she's doing audio only. But that is
That's
helping her get through the books.
Absolutely.
That's what I was like, I need to try that with my dad to see if he could listen to an audiobook.
My mom loves them. That's all
Mhm.
she does.
Yeah. When she's at work, she's gotten through the Hunger Games, and she's actually reading the Apple Cider Slang series.
Oh, fun.
Yeah. So she's really enjoying them. So There
Hey,
you go.
however you consume it,
Mhm.
Yep.
doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Does not matter. Outlander is one of my favorite series of all time. The only book I have not read is Go Tell the Bees That I Am Gone, the newest one. I have not read that one either, but I need to make my way back through the series before I can read it again, or read it. Cheryl says, I'm listening to Spy School Revolution or reading Between a Heart and a Rock Place by Pat Benatar. Oh, okay. That's
Cool.
That's fun. I recognize that name.
Yeah, I recognize the name.
And Spy School is your series, Storm.
Mhm.
Yeah, you like Spy School. Oh, Susan just started Peanut Butter Panic too. I'm halfway through chapter 2. We're about the same place.
Bingo, we made one.
Yeah,
Peanut Butter Panic bingo.
there we go. I've got 2.5 hours left in my book. Great job. Made it to 28%. My daddy loved Louis L'Amour. Yeah. See, my dad didn't read Westerns. He liked this, like, Hunt for Red October, those
Mhm.
kind of books. Lee Child, that was Dad's, like,
Mhm.
jam. but my grandfather liked the Westerns. But I remember going to the thrift store recently, and there's this huge shelf of like, they reminded me in a way of like Harlequin romances, like these cheap mass market paperbacks that was like 200 in the series of these little Westerns. I should have grabbed a couple of them. You know?
Yeah, they have a lot of those. Like I call them like man's action books or whatever. it
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
Like they had like the Equalizer or something like that, or something like there's like 150 or something, and it's like, wow. You know, you think about, that's crazy, because it's like when we're thinking about like, you know, Heather Graham, and she's up to like 37 in like
The
the
Crew of
Crew of Hunters
Hunters, yeah.
series or whatever it is. But it's like, you know, they used to go like very long, drawn out like series back in the day in like the 80s, I guess, because it was like
with the same
150.
character,
Yeah.
right? Like,
Yeah, because like this one that I know a lot of them talk about, like with Garb August and stuff, is Max Bowen, I think his name is.
yes.
I've got a few of those. I will never get collected up to 150, but I think I have like the newest one, like the closest to number one I have is like 14.
Okay.
That's
Yep.
still pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But yeah, no, there's like, you're right, those men adventure books, but that's what I always think about is the Harlequins. It's the male equivalent,
Yeah, it's
equivalent to a
kinda,
Harlequin romance. Because I think they even had like ads in the middle, like the old school
Yeah.
Harlequins did. Which I think is just delightful. Crystal, Kelly's reading room. I've read all the Outlander books. This is a reread because I have all the physical books now. Oh, so you're reading? Okay, so is it hardcover, paperback? How are you reading that? Because they are not easy books to carry around.
No.
Well, then will I bring out my doorstop?
No.
Karen says Louis L'Amour is an awesome writer. PK says, to me, war books also means post-war. Great series in that time period, Charles Todd. The Maisie Dobbs series. Yes, I saw
I
some
need
of
to
those.
read the Maisie Dobbs series too.
PK says Westerns were acceptable books for that generation of men to read, or the pulps. Yes. Yep. Annie says, I want to get back to Maisie Dobbs. I love the first one. Crystal, my grandmother loves Louis L'Amour. Oh, that's delightful. Yeah, my daddy also loved Daniel Steele.
Diverse, you know.
Right, we read a wide range.
Right.
My other grandfather was Dick Francis. I always remember they were horse racing mysteries.
Okay.
Yeah,
He loved them. He read like all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Laughing at that. Oh, welcome back, Anita. Mac Bolan, Doc Savage, etc.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Pat says she read 26 pages. Excellent, Pat. I am this old. The Bonanza books. Delightful. Both paperback and hardcover. Oh, wow. Wow. Susan, I actually love the Jack Reacher books by Lee Child. Just finished the latest No Plan B. I'm usually a cozy mystery and romance reader. Yeah, Dad loved it. Even now, like I was in the bookstore not long ago and I saw that they had the new Lee Child. And in my brain, I said, hey, Dad, the new book is out.
Yeah, I've read 2 so far of that. I started that series last year and everything. So for like March Mystery Madness, I did 2 books so far. So it's pretty good. Not too bad.
I might have to try one. Louis L'Amour's Education of a Wandering Man is really good. There we go. Really like Jack Reacher. I like the Bess Crawford series by Charles Todd. When I grow up, I want to be Barbara Cartland.
I have a bunch of Barbara Cartland books I need to try. I haven't tried. I've been collecting her because I know the name. It's a very popular, very, you know. So and she even has some like it's like a series that she did where she takes somebody else's book and condensed it into like a smaller book. So
Oh, really?
yeah, I have some of those too. And one of them that I have is written by a man, or at least I think, because it says Charles somebody. I mean, so I was like,
Really?
a lady decided to have a man's name, but I don't know. But yeah, so I thought that was kind of cool, especially since they would have been way back then, you know, for it to have a guy's name on it. So.
Well, that was done a lot for like Harlequin and Mills and Boone, is that it was men writing them, but they just gave it a woman's name because they assumed that's what women would want to read, a book written by a woman. And even now, Something Flowers. His last name is it's a gentleman, and he writes some amazing books. He writes for the Entry Line. Fantastic books.
Am I the only person that just found out that this woman you just mentioned is the step granddaughter, or that Princess Diana was her step granddaughter?
Really?
I knew that. Yeah.
I was just like, oh, let me look this lady up. And the first thing I said was, oh man, she missed 2 months before she was going to be 100 and died. So right there,
Wow.
she goes into the Betty White category with me. And then I'm like looking, I'm like, because you said the name. So I was like, oh, let me just see if she has it. And I was like, oh, that was her step granddaughter, was Princess Diana.
Wow. That's interesting. And she wrote 723 books.
Yes.
He's got a
Good
lot.
Lord
yeah.
Almighty.
And I find there's this one place at the one thrift that I go to, like, sells a bunch of her books. So I'm like, I have to, like, and they're like 50 cents a piece. So it's really hard not to just want to grab them all. So I have to, like, I have this app where I keep track of, like, books and stuff. And I have to make sure that I got all her books in there so that when I go there, I can go through. It's like, okay, I got that one. That way I don't have repeats. Because I won't be able to remember all the titles of the ones that I have. So.
Oh no, goodness no. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Have you found any of the Harlequin books on audio? Yes. There are a number of them available on audio. Try Audible. I know it's not everybody's favorite, but a lot of them are exclusive to Audible, unfortunately. But also try Hoopla. Because there's a lot of them on there as well, so you might want to check. But even the new releases, I think there's 2 this month that the Katie Richards book is now on audio, and the Amish one that I'm going to read, Pinecraft Refuge, is available on audio as well. So you just kind of have to hunt for them. It's kind of a touch and go. Not all of them are available, but some of them are.
Is this one here? Only a Girl's Love by Charles Garvice or something like that.
Oh,
And up here it says Barbara Cartland's Library of Love. And it says condensed by Barbara Cartland down here at the bottom. So
interesting. Interesting.
it's
I
got
wonder
her
if it's like
face
those
right
James
there on-
Patterson books. You know, like
Yeah,
I
I don't
know.
know. So it's like maybe she helped people. Maybe they wrote them too long, and she helped condense them down into something more manageable, more readable, maybe, or something.
or put her name on it. Like I said, like the James
Yeah.
Patterson right now. It's like James Patterson and some random person. You know, like
Mhm.
just to get, you know what I mean? Like I wonder
Yeah.
if that's what it has to.
But I have several of the Library of Love ones, so I'm kind of curious about those two.
I've never read. I should read her one of these days. I have to get off now. Thank you for the sprints. Good night. Good night. Thank you for joining, Amy. PK said Cartland had an amazing life in the 20s and 30s. Quite the reputation.
I'm reading all about that right now. I'm like, her life sounds more interesting than whatever I'm reading over here. I'm like, why would she marry twice and both of her husbands had the same last name? Let's find out.
That's interesting. That way you can keep the monogram towels.
That's funny.
Night to Amy. Hello. Welcome. Let us know what you're reading. You're welcome. Yeah, I wish there were more of the Harlequin books available on audio because,
Me too.
like, I think about my grandmother and she loved to read them, but as she got older, her eyesight, you see a lot of older people in that. But I do know that they can be very pricey to make. I fully appreciate that, you know? So,
So it's like they just like, do they pick out maybe like more popular books to put on audio or something?
that's my thought process. But I have noticed if you go on the Harlequin website, there is a section now for audio, and you can look and see what books are available on audio, and then you can maybe try and hunt them out, you know, on Hoopla or Scribed or something like
Right.
that. Yeah. Barbara, I just finished my first Harlequin book. Kidnapped in Texas was good. Little preachy. Okay, so it was probably Love Inspired Suspense.
Yeah.
They're not all like that.
Well, you know, I think any kind of book can be a little preachy. The one that I'm reading here, the Scottish one, I think it's a little bit too preachy. It's a historical mystery, but I think they're giving her a little bit too much of a modern feminist take. And so
Okay.
sometimes I'm like, okay, tone it down a little bit.
It all depends on your personal preference too,
Yeah.
right?
True.
Like what you think is going to be preachy or not, or what have you. Whoops, sorry, I'm getting tangled up in string. Is it a copyright issue regarding HQ Audio? No, I don't think it's a copyright issue. I think that Audible is just such a conglomerate that they're like, hey, you want to publish some of your books here, you're going to make them exclusive. They did that with the entire Babysitters Club series. They're exclusive. You cannot get those anywhere else on audio. And I to be honest,
wish they would like look into different audio places and see if they, because Audible's not everything. There's Tantor Audible. There's all these different places that they could. Like,
absolutely.
Plus, I just can't see paying like what they, even with like if you had a membership to Audible, what they were charging to like listen to a 150-page book, meaning Babysitters Club. I'm not paying that.
Disgusting.
Yeah, like those kinds should come in bundles of like 3 or 4 or something for one credit.
For one credit, I agree.
Yeah, one credit. They had a deal when they first came out. Like if you signed up and bought the first 20, you got them for like $4.99 each.
That's
it's still a lot for a 150 maybe page book.
It's a 3-hour-long audiobook.
Yeah, like no.
Well, yeah, because I have a hard time buying an ebook that's $4.99 and it's only a 130-page book. So
right.
I mean,
yeah,
it has to be like a really big favorite author or something for me to do that. Other than that, it's like maybe it'll they'll lower the price, put it on my wish list, look at my, and now and again they'll lower the price and then I'll nab it.
I did get a handful. I think I got one out of each character of the Babysitters Club books on audio, just because I wanted to hear the narration. I wanted to hear how well they did with it, and I was pleased with it. They were fun, but they're not. I did have one that I had bought the digital, like the ebook, the Kindle ebook, and I thought, oh, you can get the audiobook cheaper. And I thought, well, maybe I can grab the audiobook for $1.99. No, they still wanted $7 for the audiobook, and I'm like, no.
Yeah, it's like I'm not doing that. Sorry.
No. Sorry. Just says, I watched an interview with John Sanford, and he mentioned if he killed off a main character, he would lose royalties.
Oh my gosh.
I'm pretty sure, yeah. When you're way into a series and people have gotten used to those, yeah. If you kill them off, yeah. I still haven't read the latest Dresden Files book because I know there's somebody's dying in that book. I know it, and I'm just like, I just can't do it. Either they're dying or something, they're gonna get really hurt or something. But I know something because even like whenever Cozy was in, she told me that her husband read it, said to be prepared. He just says be prepared. So I'm like, yeah, so okay. I just can't make myself do it. It's like if I don't read it, I can just pretend that it's not.
Yeah.
True.
If only. Do we want to do, what is it, 25 minutes, and we'll go to 1:45. We'll do some comments, and then we'll say goodnight?
Yes, fine.
All right. Awesome. Let me just set this back up again. I'll have to come on and go meow when it's done. I'll get Presley to do it.
At 8:00 for Old School April, they're doing Teen Witch. They're having a watch along on their Discord. So I'm gonna go watch Teen Witch because I haven't seen that in forever.
I haven't seen it forever either. Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Happy reading, everybody.
Happy reading.
How did everybody do?
17 pages done, and just found out a big thing. So that was exciting.
Ooh. Exciting.
I finished a chapter in this, and then I went to Discovery of Witches and read on it, and I'm at page 102 in this one.
Excellent. Excellent. Sorry about the loud noises. I got the window open because the weather is so nice.
Yeah, I had to turn the air on. It's so hot here right now. It's like
Yeah.
80 degrees.
Mm-hmm.
Tonight it's going to be 63, but then tomorrow it rains, and then tomorrow night I think it's going to be like 39. 63
wow.
tonight, 39 tomorrow night. It's
Yeah, we were in the 90s yesterday and today. I'm like, no, this is way too early for that.
yeah.
Way too early.
We hit 92 yesterday, and then it's supposed to be like 20. next
Yeah,
week.
we're supposed to be going back down, so
Yeah.
I'm hoping for that.
That's been the joke, is like, enjoy the 3 days of summer that we're getting, because that's going to be it. And then we're going to be
Then back to winter.
back to winter.
I'm
I
okay
got-
with that because I don't want to pay the air conditioning bill, so
You
I'm
know,
good with this. Yeah.
we were,
Yeah, you know,
we were
this-
saying that. 20
It's
is
going to
perfect.
be 30, I think 38 one night and 39 the next night. And I'm like, I have the plastic off of my windows. It could get a little chilly on my head because my bed is right by the window with the air conditioner in it. So I'm like,
Yep. Yep. Yeah, we were saying the mid 70s would be perfect. If it stayed like that, you know, not too hot, but not, you know, it would just be, but, you know, it was funny just looking at everybody all of a sudden, you know, driving around with their top down on their vehicle, and motorcycles are out, and, you know.
Yeah, we have a couple of days where it cools down a little bit, and then the next day it goes back up into the 70s. So.
Yeah. As long as we don't see negative temperatures, we're good. We're
Yeah.
happy anyway.
Yes. Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, I got to chapter 3 in Peanut Butter Panic, and then I switched over and I read a chapter of Low Country Hero. So yeah, that was mine. So let's finish off the comments. Not sure how it's supposed to work, but I found Peanut Butter Panic on Audible for 1 credit, but found it on Any Play for part of my $27 quarterly charge. Excellent.
Nice.
I borrowed it from, luckily my library had it, so I got it on audio from the library. And how does that Any Play work? I remember seeing it a couple of years ago, but I wasn't very impressed with it. So if anyone has it, let us know.
I had it for a little while. It wasn't too bad, except for I think it's like best for romance readers. It has a few cozies on it. Stuff not like enough for like Tiffany to like want to read
Right.
anything. But yeah, and it has some mysteries and things like that on it. But it's kind of like how Scribd is, but actually unlimited, because like they don't, like, as far as I know, whenever I was on it, they don't stop you after you've like listened to like 4 or 5 audiobooks in a row. They don't like cut you off and say you can't have that next one until
your new credit comes out. Yeah. I think Scribe or Scribd, whatever you want to call it, needs to be a bit more transparent.
Yeah.
With how many you get.
It's not available until January, whatever it is, and that's like when your next payment comes through.
Correct. And I find that more with newer releases, that they stop you from like a lot of, like, they'll let you have like 1 or 2 newer releases, but then some older ones. I don't know. Susan says, I only use Audible for new releases from authors, and I just have to read as soon as possible. That's smart. I had bought my mom Spare, the Prince Harry fiasco, and she listened to it like immediately, and then I immediately returned it to Audible. Like, give me back my credit.
Right? I agree.
Jessica said she ran 10 pages and 14 to go. So close. You will get that done tonight.
Right.
Annie made it to 36%. Pat read another 10 pages. Great job. Cheryl made it to 76. Anita got to 39. You guys are doing great. Scorpio read 20 pages. Cajun to 54%. Great job. Emily says it's 82 today, tomorrow rain, Sunday snow. 'Tis spring.
Yeah. We are living in a weird season right now.
Very much so. 77 tomorrow, rain Saturday, and maybe snow on Sunday. Yeah, my manager was just saying, she's like, should I take the snow tires off my car?
Not yet. Not yet.
We're like, maybe June.
I don't trust April after, I think it was a couple of years ago, whenever I had all my tomato plants and everything all planted, and then it snowed and killed everything. Because it's like, I've never seen it snow in April before. That was the first time it ever snowed in April.
Yeah, it can just pop up on us.
So I don't trust April anymore.
I mean, even into like my ex and I used to travel in the first week, like for Canada Day, essentially, like July the 1st. We used to go away and get a cottage up north. And one year it was so cold, we had the heat on in this cottage, like trailer or whatever it was.
And
The next year it was so warm, we were swimming in the lake. It's like, you can't.
you go either way,
You can't predict it. Welcome to Canada.
right?
And Nadine says, I'm enjoying doing the Jen McKinley year-long read-along, but I'm at the point in the Cupcake series, not where I'm caring about the murder. I just want the soap opera backstory.
You see, and I think I'm completely opposite, because I just finally finished number 4, and I'm like, oh, maybe it's going to start not being so soap opera-y with like Tate and Angie, because it's hindering my like of I don't. It gets 3 stars from me every time, because I'm like, if I could just get over them and stuff, and I'm like, I think she's about to the point is like, come on, I hate this like little triangle she has with the guy that she's dating and then that guy Tate, and it's like, oh, just
Yeah, I tried not to focus on them at all. I didn't care about the murders. I didn't care about Angie and Tate. I like love the side characters. So
yeah, like I tried to focus on like Oz, because he was like super cute in that one, and then Mel was like really, really protective of him. It was that Red Velvet Revenge, I think that's what it was called. Remember?
okay.
Okay.
They got the little food truck and they went to the rodeo.
Mm-hmm.
And that one lady was trying, like, hitting on him or whatever it is. And he's a young, like, he's like a teenager or something. And she's like, you just leave him alone. She was like Mama Bear protective all of a sudden. Like,
Yeah, I love the side characters for that one. It's a good one.
I have not gotten to that series yet. I will have to at some point. I know everybody loves them. 86 in upstate New York today. Yep, I think that's about what we hit too, because we're very close to you. And Alicia finished. Great job. Well done. Susan says, I read mostly on AnyPlay. They have a lot of cozies that are from authors I like. Not sure about romance books. It is unlimited reading. I read a lot there and have never been cut off. Fantastic.
Yeah, that's what I was like. I mean, it's kind of like pretty much kind of to me like the same. Well, when I did monthly. Like I think she does maybe like quarterly or something with the 27, but it was like $8.99 a month or something. So it was like cheaper than Audible, and it's unlimited. And it's about the same price as Scribd, and you don't get cut off.
Nice.
But yeah, I wasn't using it enough, so I like got rid of it. But
that's fair. That's fair. I do subscribe to Audible. I have both audible.com and audible.ca, so I get both. But I am going to read the next in the Hannah Swenson, but they're all available on their package. So like if you have that, like I can listen to them for free essentially. But I find the ones that they have available for that are ones that you can very easily get somewhere else.
You can.
The library or whatever. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like you think, oh, this is great. Then you're like, oh, wait a minute. I can get it from my library.
Yeah, it's like, oh, that's why they're free, because,
Precisely.
You make it like they've really given you something, and you're like, you really didn't. It's not.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Yeah, I get it.
But sometimes it's nice if it's a book I really want to read and I have, like, for example, the Thursday Murder Club. I did end up using a credit on Audible for it because I was going to be waiting 8 weeks for my library.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't want to wait.
I get that too. Yeah.
Danielle says in Kentucky, they say never plant anything until after Derby Day. And the other thing too is that Easter was early this year.
Yeah.
So I think it threw a lot of people off, right? And it's supposed to be even earlier next year. Somebody told me.
Well, it can fluctuate because there's been a time, my birthday's March 23rd, and I had my birthday on an Easter one year. My sister's April 24th, and she's had her birthday on an Easter. So it can fluctuate like within a whole month.
It's the weirdest calculation. It's like the first Sunday after the full moon, after the solstice. I don't know how they figure, when Bob goes and moves his car. I don't know how they figure it out. I didn't read this past sprint. I was doing last minute adjustments to our taxes. Ooh, yeah.
Ugh.
At least it's done.
Yeah, that has to be done like now too.
Yeah.
Don't remind me. I got a call from Canada Revenue Agency. You haven't done your taxes in the last 2 years? I'm like, yeah, I'll get right on that.
I'm getting there.
Yeah, I will get right on that. Earlier this week, we hit 62. Next day, 3 inches of snow.
Mhm.
Barbara says, I read the Misfortune series. So funny. Nice. So what have you guys got coming up on your channels this week? Anything good?
Tomorrow, I think Storm and I both have an announcement video coming out.
Which I haven't made.
It's like I haven't even made it. Yeah, I knew.
I knew there was something I was supposed to do this week.
So that will be the middle grade May readathon announcements tomorrow.
Yay! Okay, I was wondering if there was going to be a May readathon. I'm so very excited. Yay. Yay.
Storm's just panicked now, like, shit, I gotta go make this video.
No, I'm thinking, man, it's a good thing we're not going anywhere tomorrow, so I can make a video.
There you go.
Tomorrow for the town that we go to, to the Denny's and stuff, it's garage sale weekend,
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
and they're really packed and really busy. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to Denny's and having to fight for a table. So we're gonna stay home tomorrow from Denny's. So it's I don't have to go anywhere. I can just make the video tomorrow.
There you go. Awesome. And I have my weekly reading, what do you call it? My TBR for the week is going out tomorrow. I was putting them out on Friday, but I'm like, Saturday just I'm not rushing. I can do it on a Saturday and not be rushing, right? So,
yeah.
So that's what I got coming. But I'm very much looking forward to the announcement. Yay! So that's it, you guys. I think Sprint's on Tiffany's channel on Sunday, I believe. Yes. Okay. Very good. But thank you all so much for joining. Thank you, Lee. Thank you, Storm.
Thank you.
And enjoy the rest of your weekend, everybody. We'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye.